Taylor,
Hey, what's up, man?
how are you? Good afternoon, man. Thanks for hopping on, bud.
Yeah, my pleasure. Doing great today. How you doing?
I am hanging in there, working away one day at a time and trying to adjust to this whole COVID situation.
Yes, us too over here. It's
Yeah.
crazy for sure.
Yeah. How are you guys doing to change and adapt?
So we got a bunch of different things going on. When this first started, that was our main order of business, is just kind of figuring out a way to make people feel safe with us. Obviously, coming in their home for estimates, and then having a group of guys in their home, to do the move.
Right.
Some of the changes we made is we're taking everybody's temperature before we send them out on services with a digital reader that we read on their forehead. Make
Okay.
sure we're not sending out anybody who has a fever or anything like that. We've got all of our guys wearing masks and gloves. We actually watch them wash their hands upon arrival at the warehouse as well. And then we're disinfecting the trucks before and after every service. And then
So,
obviously doing our best to, keep the 6 foot distance also.
so you're basically and this is on daily, like every day the guys come in,
Yes.
check their temperature. I
Yes,
mean,
sir.
mask and gloves are mandatory, which is great.
Yeah.
Wow. So I know before when you helped few of my clients and they were extremely happy with you. So thank you for that. I really
Yeah.
appreciate that. It's always good to hear when they're happy. So
Yeah, absolutely.
but you were going out in person and giving them a quote on how much the move will be and all that good stuff. How are you doing that now? Are you still able
So
to go out on appointments?
yes, I will go out on appointments for larger services. We try to do as much virtual estimates as we can. So we're doing basically what you and I are doing right now. I'll do it
Yeah.
on the tablet, and they'll walk me through the home either with their phone or their tablet, and I'll kind of just take inventory that way. And then at least we still get the face-to-face, and I can explain everything while making eye contact.
Yeah.
And then Fridays and Saturdays will be my days where I'm out in the field, actually still going to homes where I'm also, masked up and everything.
Yeah.
For some of the larger services, they're a little harder to do virtually.
Define larger services.
Multiple truck services, or maybe, a lot of, say, some two families are combining homes, like a new marriage or something, and we're combining two households into one. Like, that's something we're going to want to see in person, because it's going to be at least 2-3 trucks, 8 guys, something like that.
Yeah. So how are you guys keeping distance or maintaining distance, social distancing? How are they maintaining that?
So mostly we're doing our best to stay away 6 feet apart from the client. Now with the movers, it's going to be kind of tough when we're carrying items together. So we do our best, but obviously we're
So
going to have
what?
to be close at some point.
Yeah.
But another thing that we're doing is we're kind of trying to keep the same guys together. So at any time, we have 50 to 80 movers working for us, and usually we'll just different crews, different days, we just mix everybody up all the time. But we have like little groups that we're trying to keep together. Especially a lot of the guys are friends here. Some of them live together, so if there's a couple guys that live together, we make sure that those guys are on the job together, just what I mean, to
Yeah.
just to make sure.
They're getting quarantined together. They're working together.
Yes.
all awesome, man. So, you guys are doing all this thing to be preventive. You're going out on virtual appointments and whatnot. Now, tell me a little bit about the company. What kind of services you guys offer? How far are you guys willing to travel, and how are you helping out the clients?
Well, I'm glad you asked that, actually, because we are now nationwide. Before, we weren't really going all the way to the East Coast and things like that, but we've recently started taking on those jobs. I booked one going to Idaho the other day. I've had
Wow.
estimates for going to Chicago and far away Florida. I had one the other day.
Wow.
So we are going all the way to the East Coast now, which is cool. And another thing that I just thought of with everything going on with the COVID, we understand that finances are tight right now. And so we've teamed up with a company called Affirm. So we're actually offering financing through them. They're a third party. And I believe it's 6 months interest-free on that as well.
So tell me
So
more about that.
we're offering that as well.
How was it before? Like it was due up front, or was it 30-day, or at the
No,
time?
so the way we would charge is we would collect payment at the end of the service once it was complete. Unless it was a long distance service or an interstate move, then we collect half of the payment up front the day of the load, and then the other half the day of the unload. with locals, we've always collected, the payment at the end of the service, because since we are dealing with hourly rates, it is a time and materials contract. We don't really even know what we're charging until the end of the service.
Correct.
Now, all of our services do have a minimum and a not to exceed. So we do give you a window of what it could be, but we don't have the exact cost until the service is complete.
But now,
so now, yeah. And we never had any financing or anything like that before. So like, we're super excited about this. This is new, and it's a way that we could help people, get on a payment plan instead of just expecting all of that money up front.
Yeah. So that's actually really good. I don't know of anybody else that does that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if anybody else is doing that.
Yeah, that's really clever. So let me ask you this. I know you guys help and move, right? Do you guys
Yes.
also help with packing?
Yeah, so we definitely do packing. When we set up packing, we'll set it up as a separate service from the move, usually a day or two before the move. That way, on move day, when the movers show up, it's just boxes already sealed, labeled, and ready to go, and furniture, so that they can just get in and get out of there and make it as quickly as possible.
So two separate crew. One crew just goes in and packs it all up, boxes ready
Yep.
to go. And then crew 2 goes in, just box trucks.
Yes, sir. And then, some clients are interested in unpacking services as well. So we can always set up unpacking as well. They'll come after the move, get everything back into the cupboards and everything for you as well.
No kidding. The whole 9 yards.
That's right.
That's
we do
great,
it all
man.
over here.
Yeah. So, how long you guys been in Bakersfield now?
We've been in Bakersfield, I want to say around 16 months. Somewhere close around there. We haven't been here too long yet.
Yeah.
But we're doing pretty well so far. What's that?
I see your guys' truck all over, so I feel like
yeah.
it's been around forever. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we were servicing this area before that. We just didn't have like a home base here before, because we do have Fresno and we do have San Luis and we do have Ventura branches. And people are constantly coming and going from Bakersfield. So we were already out here a lot, for years. But
yeah,
we had so much going on out here, we decided to open a branch because, it's booming for sure.
Yeah. No, I definitely came across you guys, because I saw the trucks going. I was like, I got to reach out to these folks, get them connected with clients. Because I honestly didn't know who to call when my clients told me, hey, Alex, I need help with moving.
Yeah.
Right. And I was like, who do I call? And I saw coincidental, and I see you guys passing by. I'm like, Meathead Movers, let's call them. So tell me about the name, the Meathead Movers. Who came up with that, and what's the whole story behind it? I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure if you could answer that for me or not.
No, yeah, that's a great question. I do have that story. So the people that started this company, Aaron and Evan Steve, they're brothers. They were wrestlers at Cal Poly. They started just doing this as a little side hustle. They were moving their friends' parents. I think they had one little Toyota pickup truck and just a group of their buddies that they wrestled with. And they would do these moves, and they didn't even know how to charge for the moves or anything. So basically what they would tell them is just pay us whatever you think that we're worth. So that's where the whole mentality came of jogging back to the truck when we're not carrying items and manhandling and grunting and all that, the kind of the meathead mentality, because they were trying to impress the client so much that they had no choice but to pay them well, right? So that kind of carried on into the way we do things now. The name Meathead. So when these wrestler guys would go to the gym at school, they would go in there and work out as hard as possible, get all the equipment super sweaty, because they knew that the volleyball girls were coming in next. And so they would just mess everything up for them, just, joking around. And then when those girls would come in and they would see everything all gross and everything, they would scream, "You meatheads." So when they were trying to come up with a name for the company, that somebody thought of that, they're like, "Oh, why don't we just call it that?" And just stuck, and people love the name, man.
Yeah. It's a pretty, it's pretty eye-catching. I mean, it's attention-grabbing name, absolutely. So you mentioned about the charge. I know you guys don't charge on, hey, pay me what do you think I'm worth anymore. How are the charges now?
So it all depends on how many men, how many trucks are on the service. That'll determine the hourly rate. And then, we have a minimum attached to our services. So sometimes it's a 3 or 4 hour minimum, depending on how far the origin is from our warehouse. Okay. And then we go over that with the client during the quote. And then just based on the number of items and everything, we'll come up with a not to exceed price. And that's kind of a cap on the service. So say the not to exceed kicks in at 6.5 hours. That's our promise that, even if something happens and the job goes 8 hours, but the scope of work stayed the same, like there was no, major changes or anything, we stopped charging at 6.5 hours because we made that agreement with you.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like a tire blows out, that's really not a client's fault, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's reasonable. Okay.
Exactly.
Fair enough, man. No, that's awesome. So is there anything else that you want to talk about the moving company, or how you guys are offering additional services to the clients, or how can they even get a hold of you, man? That'd be an important one.
Well, if you guys want to get a hold of us, it's 866 the meet is our number, which translates to 843-6328.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, we're still up and running full blast right now. We're getting the summer months where it's getting pretty busy. So if anybody wants to book, we do it on a first come first served basis. So call us as soon as possible. Let's get you on a virtual estimate, or maybe in person if the job's large enough.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're happy to help anybody. Also, I mean, as you know, we do any victims of domestic violence, we will move for free, as long as, if they're getting into a shelter or somewhere safe for them. We're partnered with a couple places, and we like to help people get into safer situations.
Yeah, I didn't actually know about that. Yeah, tell me more about that. The victims of domestic violence. So
basically,
is it just that, or there's other things too?
No, it's basically just that as far as the free moves. So if somebody calls us, they're in trouble, they say, hey, listen, I need to get out of this place. He's going to be at work from this time to this time. Like, we'll figure it out with them to where we can get them out of there before someone's home. And then, I've been on a couple of those moves. They're definitely high stress, but we're happy to help people out. If we're going to get somebody out of a dangerous situation, that's the goal.
Okay. Yeah, that's very nice of you guys. I did not know you offer such services. That's very, very, very cool. Awesome.
And another thing to notate too, all of our guys are drug tested and background checked on a regular basis. So we keep a very tight ship here. We're going to have good, trustworthy young guys over there to complete these moves for everybody. We're not just sending out, anybody to be, rooting through your things, basically knowing where you live and what you have.
Yeah.
We make sure, we got the cream of the crop over here for sure.
Wow. No, that is, and I could only imagine how important that is. I mean, that's a lot of people not even thinking about, I want to make sure these guys are cream of the crop, but I could see it being a big importance, You
want to be able to trust people if they're going to be in your home and, looking into your life, basically.
100%. Yeah. That's very cool, man. Well, Taylor, hey, it was very nice talking to you. I'll throw your information in the contact information or in the caption so people can reach out directly if they want to schedule an appointment also. But
Perfect.
I really appreciate your time, man. You stay safe and stay healthy, and give me a call if there's anything I can do for you guys.
All right, Alex. Thank you very much, man. We'll talk to you soon.
You bet. Take care, brother.
All right. See ya.